Hello guys, welcome to the Simply Learn tutorial series. From today onwards, I will teach you the SQL right from the basic to advanced, and we will going to cover all the concept regarding SQL, and we will also learn how this SQL will help us to interact with the database as well. Before going to start, just one request to all of you, just please subscribe my channel, so on daily basis you will get an updated video, and I will publish a new video on each day based on each topic. So guys, before starting to the actual SQL series, so let me discuss with you these two basic questions that comes in everyone's mind, especially those who are newcomers. They have the question, so why we need to learn SQL language, and probably can I learn SQL because I am just from different background and I don't have any prior knowledge about the IT field, so can I learn it? So I will explain you into detail about this, and let you decide whether you can learn or not SQL, whether you are from different stream, different background, or whether you are pursuing any course, that doesn't matter, right? So who can learn? So I'm simply say, as per my knowledge and my experience, as so any student who are pursuing any degree course, right? So I can say right from the 10 12 student and the students who are pursuing any bachelor degree, whether they are from commerce background, art background, or in engineering field, whether they are from mechanical, electronics, or instrumental, any field, okay, they can also learn SQL, and they can also make their career in the field of database, and you can say SQL developer, as a SQL developer. Yeah, one thing is there, those who are not related to the IT background, okay, or computer science background, they need to work a little bit hard, okay, they need to do more practice apart from the others. But yeah, happily you can learn this language and you can search job in the market. Another thing, for the working professionals, those who are currently working in a particular company, they can also migrate their job in the field of database as a SQL developer, okay, or those who want to learn data science, data analytics, okay, this kind of stream, they can also start to learn SQL to leverage their knowledge in this field, right? So I have seen a lot of people, those who are joined the few companies in the field of KPO, BPO, right? They, after some limit, they find they do not have growth in that particular field. Then they want to switch into technical field. They happily, apart from to learn any languages, they can easily learn this SQL, and they can happily make their career in the field of database. Well guys, we are clear who can learn the SQL, and now just focus on this scenario, okay, the number of jobs opening available for the SQL, and this is itself the answer of why we need to learn SQL, right? Why we need to make career into the data. If you see on the vertical bar, you have different types of languages, right, from SQL, Java, Python, PHP. Those are very popular languages, right? And the number of job openings available with respect to those languages. So if you see the highest number of job opening which are available in SQL itself rather than the other languages, this figure might be changed. I have this snap 1 or 2 years before I took this snap now, but there is a specific reason why we have a number of jobs opening more than the other language. So if we observe, the other languages are used to develop the front-end application like website or Windows based application, right? So, and to develop this kind of application, we need the database support, that is backend support, right? And to store the data, we require a database server, and to interact with the database server, we require SQL language, right? So yeah, if we are using this language as well, then the SQL comes into picture, database comes into picture. If you are working in the field of database itself, in data field itself, then also the SQL comes into the picture. So lot of demand we have on the SQL, so you can happily think to make a query in the field of the SQL and or in the field of database, right? Yeah, or those fields which are related to the data itself. Coming to the next point, I need to tell you one thing. If you know SQL, then in how many databases you can work in the different companies. Let's say these are the database servers: Netezza, Teradata, Oracle, Sybase, okay, DB2. These are database servers, and these are used to manage the data itself. And maybe probably they are developed by different companies. That doesn't matter, right? Microsoft SQL Server can be prepared by the Microsoft itself. Netezza can be prepared by IBM itself. Likewise, DB2 also developed by IBM itself. So that doesn't matter who developed this company. But thing is that those are the database servers, and we can use these servers to manage the data and to interact with the database. So we require the SQL language. So if we know SQL, then happily we can work with all these database servers. Okay, we can interact with the data itself, and also these we can also work in these two new languages as well, Spark SQL and PostgreSQL. Those are probably used in, we can say, so Spark SQL probably for cloud, PostgreSQL also for cloud, that is Redshift. If we take example of PostgreSQL, Spark SQL, if we take example of Databricks itself, which is a cloud platform, then happily we can leverage our knowledge in this with this new SQL language also. Those are not news, I can say. Those are totally depend on SQL, because SQL is a base for that, right? A little bit synthetical difference there, extra functions are available there, but that doesn't matter, right? If you're perfect in this, then happily you can work with all the databases, right? That means number of, if and these are used by multiple companies. Okay, some companies using Netezza, some companies using Teradata, some companies using Microsoft SQL Server. So a lot of opportunities we have in this field. Now coming to the next point, I want to discuss several job profiles which are available in the market. So we have SQL developer, right? Probably they can work with any databases and fetch data, interact with the data. We have SQL support job as well, and if we have data engineer, data analyst, data scientist job as well. So a lot of people are preferring to shift their career in the field of data analyst, data science nowadays. So for those as well, if they know SQL, then happily they can work in this field as well, because to work with data is a primary thing of this in this field, right? And to interact with the data, we need SQL. Doesn't matter whether you are using Python, R, or any other tools to write your algorithm. But yeah, if you want to work with data, then happily you can do with this SQL. And ideally, we know data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, they are working on huge amount of data, right? And yeah, so that is the main reason we need SQL here. And for every field we require SQL now, data now, right? So that's demandable in the market, so we can happily think to shift our career in this field. That's it for the first session, guys. This session is all about the introductory session, why we need to learn SQL and can we make career into this. Then happily I can say yes, yeah, SQL is a demandable language. It is used to work with, interact with the database, and if you want to work with data, happily you can learn SQL. Moving ahead, I will create a new video on each topic on SQL, and probably we will learn Microsoft SQL Server to interact with the database here, and how to write the queries, how to work with the data. We'll learn all those concepts here, right from basic to advanced. Just subscribe my channel to get updated video on daily basis. And yeah, in the below video you can find the link as well, where you can find the detailed notes for each and every session. Just refer that link. Okay, thank you guys for your time, and thank you for watching.